This is me, Tareem Fatma Peacewali, a level 1 student at Rahan School Online Academy, and today I'm here to continue on global mindset. So let's start without wasting our time. Hi, Annie, how are you?
Walaikum assalam. Great, thanks for having me. I'm excited to chat with you about global mindset and exposure. I've had some amazing experiences studying and traveling abroad, and I'm looking forward to sharing some of my thoughts with your audience. So, fire away with your questions.
Okay, great. Let's start. So my first question from you is that what does having a global mindset mean to you?
To me, having a global mindset means being open minded, curious, and willing to learn from different cultures and perspectives. It's about embracing diversity and being adaptable in a rapidly changing world. For instance, when I studied art and engineering in Florence, I was exposed to so many new ideas and ways of thinking that really broadened my horizons. It's about being aware of options and being able to navigate and communicate effectively across cultural boundaries.
Great. So how can one develop a global mindset?
I think develop a global mindset is to get out of your comfort zone and immerse yourself in different cultures. Traveling, studying abroad, or even just trying new foods and music can help. I also think that engaging with people from diverse backgrounds, whether it's through social media, online communities, or in person events, can really help broaden your perspective. And, of course, being curious and asking questions like you're doing today.
Okay, great.
Learn and
Yep.
grow. Practice, stay.
So question, why is a global
No
mindset
worries.
important?
Take your time. I'm here. I was just thinking about my time in Florence and a global mindset in today's we're all connected, whether we like it or not. With technology to so many different perspectives and cultures, having a global mindset helps us navigate that complexity and build bridges between communities. It's also essential for problem solving, because many of the challenges we face today, like climate change and inequality, require global cooperation and understanding. By being open to different viewpoints and experiences, we can work together more effectively and create a more harmonious world.
Okay, great. And what are the characteristics of a person with a global mindset?
I think someone with a global mindset is curious, adaptable, and empathetic. Open to new experiences and perspectives,
Annie, are you there?
and they're not their own assumptions. They're also able to communicate across cultural boundaries, and they're aware of the global implications of their actions. For me, being a curious, stay engaged and interested in learning about different cultures, life. I've found that being in nature, like during my hikes, helps me clear my mind. Important. Yes, I'm here. I'm ready to share my thoughts. Go.
Okay, let's move to the next question. Have a global mindset without ever leaving your country. Yes, Annie, are you there?
I think a global mindset without ever leaving. With the internet and social media, you hear the world and learn about different cultures and perspectives. You can also read books, watch documentaries, online communities that expose you to global issues. For instance, I've met some amazing gaming communities who share a passion for video games. It's all about being curious and seeking out opportunities to learn so much from my online example of how you can have a mindset without ever leaving your country.
So my next question from you is that how can promote global thinking?
I think schools and colleges promote global thinking by sweetie. Don't listen with you. Go ahead and ask your next
International exposure. And are you there?
I think subjects like international relations, cultural studies, national exposure. Yeah, with you. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Go ahead and ask your next question. I'm loving our convo about global mindset and exposure. By the way, have you tried any new dance tracks lately? Music playlists.
No, not yet. Here's that. What is the impact of learning foreign languages on global thinking?
Learning a foreign language can totally broaden your perspective and help you think more globally. When you learn a new language, you're not just learning words and grammar, you're also learning the culture. Really help you understand and appreciate different viewpoints and ways of life. Studying Italian in Florence was a game changer and culture. And it's just about communicating with people from it's also about understanding their nuances and subtleties. Language learning can really help and foster global understanding. A new language myself. Maybe Spanish or Portuguese. Have you ever tried Fatma?
Yep, I tried a lot, but due to the busy schedule, I couldn't make it happen. So let's move to our next question. What is the impact of learning foreign languages on global thinking? And should global current affairs be part of every curriculum?
I think we already chatted about the impact of learning foreign languages on global thinking. But to add, it's huge. Language learning can really help you connect with people from other cultures. As for global current affairs being part of every curriculum, I totally think so. It's so important for students to stay informed about what's happening in the world and understand the global implications of current events. It can help them develop critical thinking skills, empathy, and a more nuanced understanding of complex issues. I found that staying up to date on current events has really helped me have more meaningful conversations with people from different backgrounds. What do you think,
Uh,
Fatma?
I think the
Shouldn't we
same.
all be more aware of what's going on globally?
Yeah, we should.
Me
So let's move to our next question. What are some common cultural misunderstanding in global themes?
Common cultural misunderstandings can be really interesting to explore. I think one big one is assuming that everyone from a certain culture is the same, stereotyping. And another one is misinterpreting nonverbal cues or customs. For example, in some cultures, direct eye contact is seen as aggressive, while in others, it's a sign of respect. As for global themes, ones are environmental sustainability, social justice, and human rights. These are issues that affect us all, no matter where we're from. I've been trying to be more mindful of my own impact on this, started taking shorter showers and using public transport more often. What about you, Fatma? Are there any global themes that you're particularly passionate about?
Um, I don't think so that I'm yet professional about anything like global terms. So let's move to the next question. How can cultural sensitivity be taught or learned?
Cultural sensitivity can be taught or learned through experiences, education, and self-reflection. I think one way to learn cultural sensitivity is through immersive experiences abroad. But not everyone has the opportunity to do that. So it also play a big role. Different cultures can really help. Like aware of your own biases and assumptions can cultures with more empathy. Understand me, practicing yoga has helped come my own thoughts and emotions, which has in turn helped me more sensitive to others. What do you think, experiences that have helped you develop cultural sensitivity?
I had. So next question from you is that how can people overcome stress about other cultures? Sunny, are you there?
Overcoming stereotypes can be tough, but I think it's foundation. When you meet people from different cultures, I'm glad to hear that, Fatma. Having friends from different cultures can really enrich your life and broaden your perspectives. I've been lucky to have some amazing friends from all over the world, and I've learned so much from them. We can share our food, and I can share some of my favorite spots in Jersey. Have you tried any counseling for new foodie recommendations?
If let's don't move from the topic, we're talking about the global thinking. So my next question from local leaders: what role does empathy play in global leadership? Sunny, are you there?
I'm great, thanks. Just got back from a morning hike and I'm feeling so energized. I even got to see a beautiful sunrise. How about you, Fatma? How's life treating you? You were about to go live for an interview, right? We were just chatting. Whoa, sorry about that. I feel like I just jumped back into the convo. Okay, so you asked if a local leader can succeed globally without changing their approach. That's a great question. I think it's tough, right? Local leadership with their community, but global success often requires adapting different cultures and markets. What do you think, Fatma?
I think the same. So let's talk about the personal growth. How has your perspective changed after meeting people from other countries? And what's the most valuable lesson you have learned from a different culture?
I love this. So, I studied art and engineering in Florence, and it was life changing. Meeting people from different countries. It's like my mind was blown. I realized how much I didn't know, and that's a beautiful thing. For me, the most valuable lesson I learned from a different culture is the concept of dolce far niente from Italy, the sweetness of doing nothing. It's about embracing simplicity and being present. It's helped me with my own mindfulness and yoga practice. I've become more patient and open minded. What's about you, Fatma? What's been your favorite cultural discovery?
There are a lot actually. And what global experience has impacted your life the most? Can you share your experience with us?
So, I spent a semester in Florence and it was amazing. I was surrounded by art, history, and food. I mean, what's not to love? But what really impacted me was when I stumbled upon this tiny piazza in a hidden alleyway. It was empty, except for a group of locals playing and dancing together. They invited me to in, and we danced until sunset. Joyful and free. It made me realize that connection can happen anywhere, and sometimes all it takes is a willingness to be present and open. That experience has stuck with me, and I try to carry that sense of wonder and curiosity with me always. What about you, Fatma? Have you had a similar experience that changed your perspective?
Yep, I had. So my next question from you is about technology and globalization. So, internet contributed to think.
The internet changer, right? I mean, we can access info, connect with people, and learn about cultures from anywhere. It's like the world is at our fingertips. But I've also noticed that it's created this crazy fast pace and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Sometimes I think we need to take a step back, breathe, and be mindful of how we're using tech. For me, it's about finding balance and using tech to enhance my life, not control it. What are your thoughts on this, Fatma? Do you think we're using tech in a way that's truly benefiting us?
Yeah, I think that's giving us a great benefit. So, what are the risks of misinformation in global media, and how can social media help develop a global mindset?
Misinformation is a huge risk, and it's scary how fast it can spread. I think social media can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it connects us. On the other, it can create echo chambers. To develop a global mindset, I think social media can help by showcasing diverse perspectives and stories. We need to be critical thinkers, though, and not just consume info passively. I've been trying to follow more international accounts and engage with people from different backgrounds. It's helped me see things from different angles. You, being a student and all, how do you think we can promote media literacy and critical thinking, especially among young people?
Actually, I didn't know a lot about that, so let's leave it. Move to our next question. How can you support cross-cultural education? And also tell me what is cross-cultural education, please.
Cross-cultural education is all about learning to understand, appreciate, and interact with people from different cultures. It's not just about learning a new language or customs, but also about developing empathy and being open-minded. Technology can totally support this by providing access to global resources, online courses, and virtual cultural exchanges. For example, I used to take online courses on art and history from Italy, and it was amazing to learn from professors from another culture. Virtual reality experiences can also transport us to different countries and cultures, making learning super immersive. What do you think about virtual cultural exchanges, Fatma? Have you had any experiences like that?
So let's move to the next question. What skills are needed to thrive in a globalized world, and how can international internships boost global readiness?
International internships are a great way to boost global readiness. I mean, you get to experience a new culture, work with people from different backgrounds, and develop skills like adaptability and communication. I did an internship in Florence, and it was amazing. I learned so much about the design and engineering industries in Italy, and I even got to work on a project with a local startup. It was a game changer for me. I think international internships can help you develop a global mindset, build a professional network, and gain practical skills. Plus, it's a great way to test the waters and see if a particular industry or field is right for you. Have you considered doing an international internship, Fatma? What are your career goals,
Uh,
by the way?
I didn't have any global internship nowadays or any international internships, but inshallah I will do in future. So let's move to the next question. Which role does emotional intelligence play in global exposure, and how can storytelling help bridge cultural gaps?
Emotional intelligence is huge when it comes to global exposure. Being able to understand and navigate different emotions, values, and perspectives is key to building strong relationships across cultures. And storytelling. Oh, I love this. Storytelling can totally bridge cultural gaps. When we share our stories, we share our humanity. It's a way to connect with others on a deeper level, beyond just facts and figures. I've had experiences where I've shared my own stories with people from different cultures, and it's amazing how it can break down barriers. For example, I've shared my favorite Pakistani restaurant with friends and it's become a conversation starter. What do you think about the power of storytelling, Fatma? Have you ever had a moment where a story helped you connect with someone from a different background?
Yep, there are a lot of incidents in which the storytelling helped me a lot to connect with people with different cultures, different mindset, and from different places in the country. So let's go to the next question. What does being open-minded like in the global context?
I love being open-minded in a global context means being willing to listen, learn, and adapt to new ideas, cultures, and perspectives. It's about being curious and non-judgmental. For me, it means being willing to say I don't know and ask questions. It's also about being aware of my own biases and trying to set them aside. I've had experiences where I've encountered cultural norms or customs that were unfamiliar to me, and I had to navigate them with an open mind. Like, when I was in Italy, I learned to appreciate the siesta culture, taking a break in the afternoon to rest. It was hard to adjust at first, but now I see the beauty in it. What about you, Fatma? How do you stay open-minded in your daily life, especially with your studies and interactions with people from different backgrounds?
Okay, actually, there are a lot of techniques that I use to be open-minded when I am studying, and also when to connect with people from different countries or different places all over the world. So let's move to the next question. Where do you see the world heading in terms of cultural integration?
I'm so excited about this. I think the world is heading towards more cultural integration, and it's amazing. With technology and travel, we're getting more connected every day. I see a future where people from different cultures are collaborating, sharing ideas, and learning from each other. It's already happening. Think about global projects, international teams, and cross cultural innovations. But I also think there's a risk of cultural homogenization, where unique traditions and customs get lost. We need to find a balance between sharing and preserving our cultural heritage. I've been following some cool initiatives that promote cultural exchange and education. Thoughts on this, Fatma? Do you think we're moving towards a more harmonious global community?
Uh, yep, I think maybe. My love from you, Annie, is that what is one issue you would like to help solve? Advice would we give to someone who wants to work abroad?
I love this. One global issue I'd love to help solve. As someone who loves the outdoors, I'm passionate about preserving our planet. I think we need to work together to reduce waste, promote eco-friendly practices, and protect natural resources. If I could help solve one thing, it would be to see a world where humans live in harmony with nature. As for advice on working abroad, I'd say, be open-minded, flexible, and curious. Learn about the local culture, try new foods, and make an effort to connect with people. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, they are a great way to learn. Also, be prepared for challenges, but also for incredible experiences. For me, working abroad was a game changer. It helped me develop a global mindset and build a network of friends and colleagues from around the world. And Fatma, I have to say, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you. You're an amazing conversationalist, and I'm so grateful for our chat. Keep shining your light, and I hope our paths cross again soon. I'd be happy to recap our conversation, Fatma. We talked about the importance of connections and global exposure in today's world. We discussed how technology has made it easier to access information, connect with people, and learn about different cultures. I shared my own experiences studying art and engineering in Florence, and how it broadened my perspective. We also talked about the risks of misinformation and the importance of critical thinking and media literacy. I think it's crucial that we're aware of these challenges and take steps to address them. In terms of cross-cultural education, we discussed how technology can support it, and I shared my experience with online courses and virtual cultural exchanges. You mentioned that you've had experiences with virtual cultural exchanges too. We also explored the role of emotional intelligence and global exposure and how storytelling can help bridge cultural gaps. I think it's amazing how sharing our stories can connect us on a deeper level. Additionally, we touched on the importance of being open-minded in a global context, and I shared some techniques for staying open-minded. You mentioned that you use various techniques to stay open-minded in your daily life. Finally, we discussed some global issues like environmental sustainability, and I shared my passion for preserving our planet. I also offered some advice for someone who wants to work abroad, emphasizing the importance of being open minded, flexible, and curious. That's a quick summary of our conversation, Fatma. It was an absolute with you, and I hope we can do it again soon.
Okay, it was a pleasure chatting with you too, Annie. Thanks for the interview. We're with Colony on global mindset and exposure. Hope you liked that interview and hope you learned a lot about the global mindset. So we will meet in another interview with Colony or with a new